Welcome. In this video, we're going to be discussing the Calendar Settings tab. So let's click on Calendar. Got a number of different options here, and details are over here. The first one is View, and you get to decide which day is the first day of the week. Most calendars have your weeks go Sunday to Saturday. My own personal preference is I want to have my Saturdays and Sundays together, so that I can see what I'm doing on the weekend as a whole. So I have Monday as my first day of the week. Time scale, you can decide whether you want them to be 10 minutes apart, 15 minutes apart, etc. Now what I mean by that is, if I bring calendar over, you can see my time scale. It's very hard to see, but there's a little dashed line here. So these are 30 minutes apart. And you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So my start of the week is a Monday. Time zone. When I travel across time zones, ask me if I want to update my time zone settings. So this is really important. I would turn this on because you should have the correct time zone wherever you happen to be in order for things to work properly. So I am in Toronto area, so I'm going to use Eastern Standard Time. If someone who was in, let's say, Vancouver, you could just go here and pick Pacific. And I don't see it there. Where is it? Mountain, Central. There it is. Pacific time. Now this allows you, when you set up a meeting with somebody, that it will be in sync. So if I say, hey, I want to meet you at 5 p.m. and I send a calendar invite for 5 p.m., someone who is in the Pacific time zone will get that calendar invite for 2 p.m. because that's the same time. 5 p.m. here is 2 p.m. there. And that's what you want. You don't want us both to have it set for 5 p.m. because somebody is going to be wrong. I'm going to put it back to where I had it. Okay. And that's basically it for the view. Let's go to events and invitations. You can have online meetings set, and the default in my organization here is Microsoft Teams, but you can turn this on. Default reminder for invites is 15 minutes. And another bunch of options here as well that you can do, that you can set. You can decide whether you want the weather to show. I say yes, it's showing on my calendar, and I can choose which location to have the weather show for. So for example, here's my calendar. You can see that Thursday is going to be light rain showers. Friday is mostly cloudy. Saturday is partly sunny. So I get to see those options. This is just, I just usually have the default settings here. Shared calendars. This means if I want to share a calendar with other people. So for example, on my phone, I have an iPhone, and I have set up a calendar to track when I take my parents to medical appointments. And so that my sister can also be aware of those appointments, I've shared that calendar with her. So it's my calendar on my computer, and when I say that I'm going to take my dad to a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and here's the address that we're going to, it also appears on her calendar, so she is aware of what's happening. So it's a good way if you have like a project or something to do with a group of people. You could always set up a calendar specifically for that project, and everybody can share in those calendar entries. Customized actions. This is again some of the options that you can put on for your calendar entries. Not too much there with bookings with me. Accounts, well, I can have on my Seneca Outlook calendar, I can also show my Outlook stuff, and I can also have my Gmail calendar on here as well. I can have them both appear. And work hours, this is where you set the time of day that you'll be working and where you'll be working, whether it be remote or in the office. And what you end up seeing is this. So you can see that at there's a slight difference in color here. This is whiter. This is a little grayer down here. So because I set my work hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and my work days are Monday to Friday, but since Monday and Tuesday have already passed, they're now grayed out. And up here is where I am. I'm going to be remote on Wednesday, but I'm going to be in the office on Thursday and remote again on Friday. So those are all the settings here that you can do for that. And that's the calendar tab.